The alarm would go off before sunrise, and Gavin Kelly would get up anyway. That was the job as a Division I college scholar athlete, 4 years of early mornings and late evenings and long stretches of work that no audience ever witnessed. The games and the big moments were exciting, Kelly will tell you, but the real education came somewhere else entirely. In the repetitions that nobody saw, in the discipline of showing up the same way whether the stakes were high or not. I got up at the break of dawn to work on my craft, Kelly shared during a recent interview about his life and career. The games were exciting, but as an athlete you understand there are thousands of small moments people don't see. That determination to show up carried over into everything I've done since. Kelly is now a residential sales consultant with LGI Homes in the Denver area where he helps first-time buyers and growing families navigate the process of purchasing a new home. However, his path to that role was not a straight line. It wound through commercial real estate valuation, asset management, investment sales, and 7 years of consistently ranking among the top agents in the country at Renters Warehouse, a national property management and investment sales firm. Along the way, he built a reputation that has little to do with trophies and everything to do with trust. He has leased more than 574 homes and guided more than 52 buyers and sellers through completed transactions. More than 100 clients have left 5-star reviews, and they tend to reach for the same words: responsive, patient, trustworthy. It's the kind of language people use when they feel taken care of rather than processed. Kelly credits a relative and a close friend for initially steering him toward real estate, but the draw made sense given who he already was. Someone who enjoyed meeting people. Someone who found satisfaction in helping others move forward. I've always enjoyed meeting new people and helping them achieve their goals, he said. Whether it's a seller, buyer, landlord or tenant, I want them to feel supported through the process. Still, when he was starting out, he had to prove to himself that he could compete. That proof arrived quickly. In his second year working with a large national property management and investment sales company, Kelly became the top producing agent out of 250 nationwide. The validation was immediate, and its effect was lasting. It gave me confidence that I was on the right path, he explained. By any measurable standard, Gavin Kelly's 7 years at Renters Warehouse were exceptional. He ranked in the top 3 agents nationally for 6 of those 7 years. He was the #1 producing Denver agent for 5 consecutive years. He earned the top national ranking in 2020 and was recognized as Employee of the Month nationwide in June of that year. He does not lead with any of that. Ask Kelly what he is most proud of professionally, and he lands somewhere different. Many times I have helped people find their first home, and that has been very satisfying, he shared. Those moments carry a different kind of weight. That instinct, to measure success by outcomes for other people rather than rankings on a leaderboard, runs through everything Kelly says about his career. He talks about ethics not as a professional obligation but as something personal, a code he describes as foundational to how he operates. I adhere to a strong code of ethics and believe in doing what is right for my clients, he said. I want to provide them with a wealth of knowledge and experience, not just close a transaction. That analytical depth came from the work Kelly did before he ever focused exclusively on residential deals. He spent more than 3 years as a senior commercial real estate analyst at First Valuation, where he appraised thousands of properties nationwide on behalf of financial institutions. He later joined Pinnacle Real Estate Property Management, where he oversaw more than 2 million square feet of commercial assets across the greater Denver area. Those roles gave him a working understanding of vacancies, lease rates, and market dynamics across every product type and class, the kind of fluency that turns an agent into an advisor. Clients and colleagues who have worked with Kelly say that background is apparent. He tends to bring a calm, informed voice to transactions that can feel overwhelming, something that matters enormously in a market like Denver, where buyers often have to move quickly and the margin for uncertainty is small. In November 2025, Kelly stepped into a new chapter, joining LGI Homes as a full-time residential sales consultant based in Commerce City, Colorado. LGI Homes, which trades publicly on the NASDAQ under the symbol LGIH, was founded in 2003 in Conroe, Texas, and has since grown into one of the top homebuilders in the United States. The company now operates in 21 states across 36 markets with more than 150 active communities and has helped more than 75,000 families purchase a home. For Kelly, the move felt less like a pivot than a natural progression. After years of leasing, investment sales, and traditional transactions, he wanted to spend more of his time working with buyers at one of the most meaningful stages of their journey, the moment when renting ends and ownership begins. "I'm working hard every day to help individuals and families attain the goal of owning a new home," he explained. LG's emphasis on affordability and move-in-ready homes aligns closely with Kelly's belief that homeownership should feel attainable rather than intimidating. Much of his work involves walking first-time buyers through the process step by step, explaining timelines, financing options, and what to expect between signing and closing. In a market where confidence can erode quickly, he sees his role as both educator and advocate. That mindset has been reinforced by one of the books he returns to most, The Magic of Thinking Big, by David J. Schwartz. Kelly describes it as a consistent reminder that perspective shapes outcomes, that approaching difficult problems with optimism and clarity often matters as much as technical knowledge. "Every transaction presents unique challenges," Kelly said. "And approaching those challenges with optimism and clarity makes a difference. Mindset is underrated in this business." Gavin Kelly is married and has 2 daughters. His wife, originally from Italy, is someone he describes as a grounding force in his life. He talks about his family the way he talks about his clients, with specificity and warmth, as the real reason behind what he does. When asked how he manages the pressures that come with a career in real estate, a field that rarely offers clean boundaries between business hours and personal time, Kelly keeps the answer grounded. "I believe exercise is key," he said, "and spending time with my wife and kids." That commitment to balance reflects a broader philosophy that has guided his career from the beginning. Professional results should not come at the cost of the person doing the work. It is a lesson he traces back to his years as an athlete, when peak performance required recovery as much as effort. Beyond his family, Kelly volunteers with Habitat for Humanity Restore, giving his time to support housing access in communities across Colorado. It is, as he sees it, a natural extension of what he does professionally, a belief that stable housing is not just a product but a foundation from which people build their lives. When he reflects on the advice he would give his younger self, he does not reach for anything complicated. "Persistence and confidence are key," he said. It is the same message embedded in every early morning he pushed through as an athlete, and in every late evening he has spent answering a client's question when most people would have let it wait until tomorrow. Asked how he defines success today, Kelly gives an answer that sounds simple but reveals an entire operating philosophy: doing the right thing for clients while balancing time and customer experience. In an industry that tends to reward volume, velocity, and the loudest voice in the room, Gavin Kelly has built something different. A career grounded in discipline, in transparency, and in the kind of steady, unhurried competence that does not make for flashy headlines but does, reliably and repeatedly, change people's lives. "All these elements come together to make me who I am," Kelly shared. "A trusted real estate professional, a dedicated family man, and someone fueled by passion and tenacity."